Alright, I know I'm a week late on this, but I'm going to go through the Genesys Montreal top 32 deck lists, and we're going to kind of note some cool things maybe that came out of this event. I unfortunately did not get to go up to Canada to participate in this event, but I was watching on the sidelines and keeping track with things on the Konami blog because, of course, there was no live stream for this event. So let's go through. So I know the kind of like what decks topped and whatnot, but I don't know the kind of the specifics of it. So let's get right into the first one. Here's a Neil Blitzclick deck getting first place, of course. I mean, Blitzclick is like probably the best deck of the format, unfortunately. I just don't think it's that cool, but it's alright. So first thing to note is we're playing 2 Astrazama. That's one of the new cards out of the Chaos Origins. So yeah, it's a good card. I think it's pretty interesting. I should have had I should have had a dueling Yu-Gi-Oh database up as well. Hold on, let me get that up here. This works. All right. I cannot spell this freaking card. Astrasma. Oh, I'm so... Astrasma. Here you go. So this card, if you've never seen this before, you can summon it from your hand by returning 1 or 2 monsters you control to the hand. You can only summon once per turn that way. And then if it's special summon, you can reveal any number of monsters in your hand with different levels. And then target card... Or that many cards your opponent controls negate the effect. So important it's not monsters, so you can target field spells and stuff. And then if it's destroyed by a card effect into graveyard, just add it back to your hand. Yeah, so this is off of the Chaos Origins, Chaos Origin Ultra Rare, and also a Winner's Pack Ultra Rare as well. Cool card. I can see why Blitzclick would want to play something like this. It is a Thunder. Big thing to note of this, there's no Zap Mustang. I know it's a card that some players are choosing to play. I'll load that up. Is it not spelled normal? Yeah, here you go, Mustang. Zap Mustang. So if it cannot be normal summoned or set, it's got to be summoned by a card effect during your main phase 1 and cannot be special summoned. Oh, yeah. So like this is, I guess like I didn't forget about I guess I forgot about this effect. A lot of games during testing where I've lost to this and did not know that. Whatever, but still, I mean, regardless, I mean, this is probably maybe in a side deck or something like that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Another interesting thing is we're playing 3 copies of Lava Golem in the main deck. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, this is a format where like kaiju like effects are super good, so people are playing like Santa Claus in the side deck for that. Spell cards, 3 main deck MST. So people are foregoing Twin Twisters. They're like, I don't even want to discard. I just want to pop a card in the field, and I just don't have any points for Cosmic. You're playing 2 Extrav, 2 Foolish Burial Goods to send the trap to graveyard in order to kind of get their effects. I know the extract is basically like doesn't really matter. That's why we're playing funny things like Chambar and Blackwing Armed Wing and Blackwing Dragon and Jirak Giganto. Yeah, very funny, very funny extra deck. Side deck here, let's see here. So Lancia, wow, spending the points on Lancia. It makes sense. The card's crazy. Dominus Spiral, good card. Gordian Slicer, Cyclone. Okay, we are playing Cyclone on the side. I guess we're wanting to play this in the main deck for some reason. I don't know. And then 3 copies of Blizzard. Good card as well. Very good card. Now, the cool thing about this one, it's not that cool, to be honest. I hate this deck. So the thing to note about this event is second place was gotten by White Forest Toy. So we have Diabelle's kind of as the leading thing, protecting your card effects from being destroyed or targeted or whatever, and then you have Vengeance to quick effect wipe. We're spending points on LZ Azamina for the fusion summon, playing things like Skullmeister in the main deck. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre, spending points on that. I know that a lot of people are choosing to do that. Spell cards, we are playing 3 copies of Cyclone. We're playing 3 copies of Peri-Res Map. I guess anything for LZ. And 3 copies of Chalice is, I know, a very popular choice. I mean, this card's freaking crazy. And then for trap cards, 3 copies of main deck Evenly is... So I have not seen these listed in specific. I knew that White Force got second. I didn't know I was playing 3 evenly matched in the main deck. I think it's probably correct. I mean, it's a card that not a lot of people are prepped for because it is such a... It's 7 points, so 21 points for the set. in the main deck too is kind of cool. We have Cool Tune side extra deck here. Cool Tune RS is very funny. I think you can you can summon this guy. I think pretty easily in this deck if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm stupid. But all right, Zapper Shrimp, yeah. Visas Amortara, of course, to search for things. I'm just kind of skimming through. We are playing an Azamina fusion monster, being Azamina Soul Aristion. It makes sense. I mean, this card is actually pretty good in a vacuum. It even has a good, like, in standby phase. You can add back a Sinful Spoil, so you can add back cards like Sinful Spoil the White Forest. You can add back Morian that you've had to, like, send away. You know, it does come up, like, occasionally. Side deck, we're playing 1 Reframing to search off the Amortara, 3 Lancia. Wow, another deck playing 3 Lancia. That's very surprising to me. Maybe people are going to be paying 3 points for this card. 1 Woes, 1 Tank. So we're increasing our like toy package from the side deck. 2 My Body for the Blitzclick matchup. 2 Santa Claus, like I was saying before. 2 Blizzard and 3 Swords of Concealing Light. Another card that's kind of growing in popularity because it is free. Third place, Felix Pfeiffer on the Radiant Typhoon deck. The deck that will never die. It's like the Genesis poster child. So this deck we're playing 2 Phonics, 2 Megala, 2 Eldom, 1 Horse, 3 Splen. We're upping to 2 Shield Bearer. I wonder if we're playing the Heritage of the Chalice. 1 copy of the Big Varun and 3 Crocea. So we are spending all of our points we're spending a lot of points on these main deck names. For spell cards, we still have points for Chalice. We're playing 3 Mystical Space Typhoon because we're Radiant Typhoon. 2 copies of Parabear Scare. I mean, this card is almost like custom for this deck. 3 Ascendance, 3 Manifestation. So we're really like maxing out as many of these cards as we can. We're even playing 2 Chant and 2 Vision. Wow. We're playing 2 Cosmic Cyclone and 2 Final Bringer of the End Times. I'm glad they're cutting the Offering to the Doomed. I mean, card's funny, but like, come on. And I'm playing 1 Mandate. Side deck is basically doesn't really matter. We're playing a bunch of Cool Tune cards because of course we are funny. I probably would even up on more copies of cards like Totem Bird, but you know, he's the one who got 3rd place, not me. Side deck, 3 Lava Golem, 3 Vidos. I know is a card that a lot of people are looking at because it stops the Blitzclick deck pretty decently. Gets their field spell. This is an interesting one. Gravekeeper's Watcher for the Sacred Beast deck. I kind of lost a lot of relevance this event. I didn't see a lot of people playing this deck, the Sacred Beast deck. So I don't know. Maybe this is not worth it. I kind of like the card, the Eye of Truth, a lot more for that deck, regardless. Next, Aviel Getter, another Blitzclick deck. This one's playing a main deck Kaiju, along with the 3 Lava Golems, because you can search this off of your Blitzclick trap card. Playing 3 Chalice, 3 Final Bringer, and 3 Extravagance. So we're not playing the Foolish Burial Goods. And we're also maining the Spiral. And we're only going to 2 Alternator because we are not sending it off of something like Goods. Let's see here. Side deck, or nope. Side deck, yeah. There are 3 MST. Once again, people are playing 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. 3 Meister. I think this card's really great. More Kaiju-like effects. 3 Dark Hole and 3 Twin Twisters. Yeah, but it's pretty. I mean, this makes a lot of sense. Meister is actually really crazy in this format. 5th place. So that's top 4. 2 Blitzclicks, a Radiant Typhoon, and a White Forest. So I mean, it's better than what happened last time, where we had 3 Blitzclick and then 1 Satellar Knight. And even then, that 1 Satellar Knight was the only non-Blitzclick deck in the top 8. So we're going in the right direction. 5th place here, though. This is really cool. We have the Fairy Tale Invoke deck. Annoying deck. Very, very good deck. But, yeah, it's something you gotta be prepared for if you go to one of these events. Because, I mean, Fairy Tale is still pointed enough where it's not, like, everywhere, but not pointed enough in which it's still really good. Especially with the new Alistair, the new Invoke support. Like Alistair the Reminiscent is really crazy. I can read that card for. Let's go find these Alistair cards. Alistair the Reminiscent. So, get rid of the Mustang. If this card's your hand, you can target a spellcaster or a fusion monster on the field, summon this card, and then the targeted monster gains 1,000 attack. So this is very similar to a card like Regulus or Jenny of the Ring, where it's just a free level 4 spellcaster. So you can make your Wiccat. But what's more important is if it's normal, or special summon, or flip face up, you can banish a Evoke monster from extra deck for cost, because of course, to add Vindication or a spell that mentions it from deck to your hand. So basically, this is an extender to get you into Waycat, searches you an invocation, it searches you a fusion spell, and it does a whole bunch of other things with working with the other invoke cards in the deck. Very, very good card for the Fairy Tale matchup. I'm surprised this deck hasn't become like the regular version of it, of the deck. I'm surprised that like Necros cards were even still played when these cards are around. Maybe it's because these are secret rares. I don't know. I guess you don't have copies of Oceanus, because Oceanus needs to be in the extra deck for that. Let's see here. So we're playing 1 Jenny of the Ring. For spell cards, we're playing 2 Spirit Sword Iowas, 1 Once Upon, 2 Tales of the Fairy Tales. Are we playing? Yeah, we're not. Oh yeah, we're playing 1 copy of Ball. Okay, let's say, are we not playing any of the field spell? We are. We're playing 1 copy of Ball, 1 Invocation, 2 Meltdown, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, and 2 copies of Invocation Sword. So we're playing 3 field spells. Okay, I get it. And then extra deck here, there's some really important ones here. So Rilliona is really crazy. Summons Crowley from the deck. Where is he? Crowley. And then you can just immediately fusion summon into Iowas, or you could fusion summon into... This deck is going right just for Zarella, because Zarella is a monster negate. So you could play around with cards like Nibiru as well. Playing 1 copy of Excite on Night, because of course, level 4. And then Alchemy Magician here to set a copy of Invocation Sword, or maybe a Cosmic Cyclone in the end phase. I wonder what our side deck targets are for it. So let's see here. We have a Magic Deflector, 2 Magic Deflectors, 3 Eye of Truth, 3 Mask Restrict. These cards are really crazy. 1 Gamma Summon. That's an Invoke Trap. 2 Santa Claus, 2 Vitos, and 1 Forbidden Graveyard. That is not the name of the card. So that's really funny. So... This card is no longer called Forbidden Graveyard. It's called Silent Graveyard, upgraded from Forbidden Graveyard. So the reason why they had to change that was because of cards that trigger off of being... they didn't want it to interact with cards like Forbidden Chalice, Forbidden Droplet, stuff like that. Like you shouldn't be able to search it off of Condemned Witch is I think the big one. December 7th, 2018. Funny that they still call it Forbidden Graveyard. I wonder if that's what it says. I wonder if the pilot was playing Forbidden Graveyard. The old Shining Darkness printing. But yeah, see, it got printed here in OTS 9, and then of course there's the Dude printing, or Dual Devastator printing as well. This card's really great. So you discard a card, effects in the graveyard this turn are negated, so you could stop a bunch of really, really strong things. And like I said, you set this off of the Alchemic Magician, and we're not playing Super Poly instead. That's our target for it, and we're not playing any really crazy targets in the main deck. I guess it's not the game plan for this version. That's more of the Necros version. Next, we have another Blitzclick deck. We're playing a copy of Pathfinder in that version, because funny, I guess. We're playing 2 copies of Tachyon, 3 copies of Raigeki. I mean, they did reduce point this card, to see that people are playing it is really, really fun. We're playing 3 Ascension to search the 2 Tachyons. So we're spending 22 points on that. So happy this card got pointed. I mean, this card was insane. And then we're playing 2 Stroke, 3, and then 3 Alternate Routes. So we're playing 5 trap cards. We're really gunning for them. Alright, it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty stock standard at this point. We're not playing Lava Golem in the main deck. I wonder if we're siding it. Nope. Yeah, we are. Okay, yeah, we are. 2 Lava Golem here. We're playing 3 Trap Eater. Secret card of the format. I'm serious. This card is something you should be looking at if your deck loses really hard to a card like Eye of Truth, or Royal Tribute, or not Royal Tribute, Mask of Restrict. Having a way to out the out is really important. I mean, Typhoon's also really good too. 2 Soul Release is very funny. Next, 7th place. This is the deck that I was really, really interested in looking at myself. This is Draco Tail Predaplant. So it's using the very, very high-pointed cards like Phimena, and I think we're also playing the copy of Draco Tail Arthalion to facilitate basically and then all the fusion searchers, all the poly searchers for the Predaplants, to facilitate this kind of fusion pile deck where you're making Arthalion, bouncing a bunch of cards, and you're setting up all your Draco Tail traps, basically like what Draco Tail was doing in the advanced format, but I guess different in the sense where you have cards like Gulagat to search for your Forbidden Chalice. You have the Predaplant cards to actually make cards like Bramble Rose Dragon and Black Rose Dragon to wipe the board. This deck is really cool. If I had the ability to play this deck, I 100% would. This deck is really crazy. 3 Primitive. This card is freaking nuts. 3 regular poly, 1 double fusion is so funny to me. And 1 sting, 1 flame, 1 horn. Extra deck, like I said, we got the Bramble Rose and Black Rose. We got the Starving Venom, Fusion Dragon, Predaplant, Ambient Melodies. Mixuza is a really, really strong card. Making a card like Hyper Invoked Aeon, which unfortunately this deck can't afford. But I guess we can just use it to make the card like Mask of Restrict if we had the King of the Swamp in Graveyard. Yeah. Monsieur and Crown Dragon. We're playing Crystal Wing. Wow. Really, really cool stuff. This deck is, I think, maybe the neatest deck I've seen out of top 8 so far. This last deck better impress me. Side deck, real quick, we have 3 copies of Cycle Reader. Okay, sure, why not? And then 3 different Kaijus with Kaiju Slumber, 3 Debunk for that Blitzclick matchup, and then 2 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon, because of course people are playing that now. Our last one is, yep, just another Blitzclick deck, but playing my favorite card. I kid. Link Apple. This card is so cool. I like this card a lot in Genesis format. I think it's I mean, it's a free draw one. You do have to like banish a card from your extra deck, but in a deck like Blitzclick, ooh, who cares? You're never really summoning out of it. If you're summoning out of the extra deck in Blitzclick, you are probably winning that game already. We are playing the 3 main deck Lava Golem, which is nice. We're playing the Astrasma, so I think this has kind of become the stock standard for Blitzclick. I see. 1 Chalice, 3. Okay, all right. So I'm glad that we have some cool things here. And so in the main deck, we're playing 3 main deck Guardian Slicer. So we're kind of looking to go second, and 3 Pot of Sloth for 30 points. We're spending on Pot of Sloth. This card's crazy. This card's really annoying. Yeah, the fact that it's in Genesis format and it's actually like doing decent is a little scary. I think people do not give this card enough credit. I think this card is like limit worthy in advanced format. Forget Genesis. Wow, really crazy. Actually, we're playing 3 Toxic Boxfish because we can play whatever the fuck we want. I guess we're playing some funny cards. Side deck here, we got Eye of Truth. Actually, okay, this is actually really important here. So we're playing 3 Albolenitus in the extra deck here. I guess to make our opponent think that our side deck could include like Fallen of Albaz if they look through it. Possibly, maybe that's kind of what we're trying to do here. I don't know. That's not good, but like, you know. All right, 9th place, Joseph, Matthew, and Triri on. Yes, okay, this is the deck that got 9th place. That's really sad that it just missed out on top 8. This is Magnet Warrior, a deck that you know from my channel I've played before. I like these cards quite a bit. I mean, unfortunately, we cannot play the Ryzeal cards anymore in it because of the pointing that they did to this deck, but to see that this deck is still doing decent is cool to see. So we're playing 3 main deck Perulias. This card is really nuts. I think this is the first time we've seen a Molcharmy, I think, the entire time. I think this is the first Charmy we've seen. Hold on, I'm going to go back and check here. We're literally going back all of them. I think this is the first time we've seen a Charmy. Yeah, that's the first time we've seen a Charmy. I mean, they are a lot of points, and they really are heavily pointing these really good decks. But then a lot of these really good decks are like, well, I don't care. I have enough engine to play through it. But not Magnet Warrior. Magnet Warrior does need a card like this. We are not playing Quackimo Guardian, which is another important thing to note. Let's see here. Magnet Induction. Playing 1 Induction, good. Playing 3 Bonding, 3 Punisher, 3 Book of Eclipse. Okay, so we're choosing this for our like really good non-engine. Yeah, it makes sense. We're really kind of focusing on the breaker aspect because we are playing Perulia. And then we're playing 1... okay, so I assume if we're playing full Armored Xyz, we have the Armored Xyz package. Yeah, Conduction, we're Plasma Magnum, Emerald, Dempsey. What the fuck are we searching off of Dempsey? Alright, maybe there's something on the side deck I don't know about. Light Dragon, full... Oh, I remember this. No, this is the dude from the feature match, right? Yeah, he was searching the... Okay, we need to read these cards right now. So Dempsey searches any Fire Warrior. And then this guy. Yep, so you discard this card, target a warrior you control, equip it with an equip spell from your deck that you can equip to it. And so we're equipping XYZ Lay. Yeah, so basically you add this to hand, discard it, target the Dempsey, and then equip a Lay. And so you do is you can detach 2 materials from a monster to set an Xyz spell trap, or you can summon a monster with the same level as the equipped monster from your hand It's an Xyz monster to attach 2 materials from monsters you control. So if you already have an Xyz monster in the field, you can also detach it from that as well to set an Xyz spell trap from your deck. That includes the Unbreakable XYZ Barrier. Really, really cool to see a rank 4 deck doing this. Very, very strong. Very, 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 very neat. Dude, we're playing Jugaris too. Wow, we're really... Oh, we're playing Laplacian and a Jax. Do we have... Oh, yes, we do have... Oh, we do have 5s. We have... So here's the Forbidden Duotyrion line. If you discard Duotyrion, if you have 2 Duotyrions in your hand, discard 1, and then later on you can tribute summon the other Duotyrion for your normal summon. You can bring back the Duotyrion you discarded, and then you can make a rank 5. So we're choosing to make Jax, which is very, very funny. Very funny. I don't think we have another... I guess we could also like hard make Armor Fortress, which is also pretty fun. Yeah, really cool deck. I think this is maybe the coolest deck we've seen so far. I love the fact that these cards are doing things like rank 4 turbo in a way. It's kind of like that rank 4 turbo deck, but we're using these rock monsters to do it. This is just such a cool line. Super big shout outs to Joseph here. Very, very cool deck. Next we have Matei Vulas on Fairy Tale Invoked with a much smaller invoked package. We're playing 1 Iwas, 1 Alistair, 1 Invocation. We are not playing the Magical Meltdown. Instead, I imagine we're putting points on things in the extra deck. Playing a Garura. Are we playing Super Poly? We are playing a Super Poly to set off of the... This is what I was saying earlier. You can play Super Poly, but we're not playing the Alchemic Magician. What are we doing here? Okay. This list is very loaded. I feel like I want to go through this kind of little bit by little bit. We're playing 1 Cosmic. We're playing 3 Iwas. That's the only spell we're playing 3 of. 3 Luna. Wow. Okay, let's look at this. Extra deck is pretty normal. Let's look at this side deck. What the fuck is this card do? Mutually affirm... Oh shit, I closed out of this stupid... I'm Googling it. Mutually affirmed destruction. Both players must keep... Okay, never mind, there it is. If they have card with the same name, and now the players have cards with their name or their effects. Jeez Louise. This card's bad. Well, I mean, it's good in this specific format, but wow, that's bad. Oh, wow. That's funny. I guess dig out your commons, guys. It's 2 printings. Dig them up. Next, we have 11th place Julian Philip Rupp. I'm going to kind of zoom through a bunch of this here. So there's our second Charmy deck, 3 Fulos. We're playing 3 Rev Synchron. Yeah, this is just pure Invoked. So we're playing 3 copies of Revolution Synchron because we're playing the Black Rose into Crystal Wing line. We're playing main deck copies of 2 Chalice, playing 3 Meltdown, 1 Gamma Summon in the main deck. Pretty standard. We are playing the Yugioh Genesys for its other effect, not the shifter effect. And then we're playing maybe the craziest card from the whole deck is Hyper Invoked Aeon. This banishes 3 and then can rip 3 from the extra deck. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, why? What are we doing here? Side deck, it's back. I can't fucking escape this card. Jesus Christ. And then we're playing a Kaiju package because we are playing all the different invoked fusions. We could banish them with Invocation. Next, 12th place is Maki Chung on another Blitzclick deck. It's fine. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't think there's anything crazy here. We're playing 1 Extravagance, 3 Burial Goods, playing 3 DD Crow in the main. Side deck, we have the Thunder King, of course. We have 3 Watcher and Pear Bear Scare. Next, here we go. Here's a cool one. 13th place is the... this is Chimera... I can't remember what the other end... Is it just Chimera? Oh, this is the Chimera Roll-Lad deck, because there's Blackluster Soldier and there's Magician of Dark Chaos with 3 fucking copies of Griffo. We are spending 30 points on this. Bring 40... That's 70 there. And then I'm pretty sure we have some other points around here in the main deck. Do we? Let's find out together. Another 3 on Chalice. 1 on that. That's 78. And then I guess we have 22 points for the extra deck. 20 okay. All right. Look at this deck. This deck is cool. Oh my god. Another really neat deck at a 13th place here. I wish I knew how to pronounce this. I would give you all the credit in the world. Wow, this is really cool. So we're playing Fleeting Phantom Mask Maker, or Mask Master. So we go into our Chimera stuff. We send this off of the, I think it's the Chimera, the Illusion Beast. No, it's Baphomet. Baphomet, we send that, and then that sends our copy of the Skull Archfiend of Chaos, which then sends the Late Darkness Ritual, which then adds our Magician of Dark Chaos. Wow, this deck is really sick. I want to play this. I want to play this really bad. Wow. I am thoroughly impressed. This is really sick. One main deck Santa Claus. Like, oh my lord. Yeah, no, this is maybe the cool. No, okay. So the Magnet Warrior deck was pretty cool. This is really cool. This is I think my favorite deck so far to the top 32. I hope I don't know if anything else can top this. It's pretty cool. Another Gravekeeper Watcher in the side deck here. 14 places Zachary Williams on a Necroz Fairy Tale list. Snore. I'm just kidding. So this deck got repointed and reshuffled around, so now you can play Fairy Tale Snow for 10. Luna, we're playing 3 Luna. How many copies of Mechagiro? We're playing 2 Mechagiro for their 10 points. Are we playing cards to search for the Necroz cards? We're playing 2 Ball, 1 Tails, 1 Once Upon, 1 Empire, 2 Super Poly, 3 Cosmic, no trap cards at all. Makes sense. Are we playing the Alchemic Vision? We are. Very good. We're playing the Exciton Knight. We're playing Black Rose Dragon. I guess if we have to like normal summon. Oh, okay, that's why. We are playing the 3 Rev Synchron in the main deck. That makes sense. So yeah, the Rev Synchron's cool because if you normal summon something like Luna, you can then, if it gets negated, you can use this Rev Synchron in your hand, make the, oops, sorry, I just hit my microphone, do the Rev Sync line to get Crystalling on board, or you can just make it and then commit to your other plays later down the line. Cool deck, very cool. Or cool engine, I should say. 15th place, Oliver Martin Ernst Denk is on a Sprite Blitzclick deck, playing 2 copies of blue, 1 copy of Carrot, and 1 copy of red in their main deck here. To call it Sprite is quite funny, but it does matter because these are all Thunders, and so they are summonable off of the Blitzclick monsters, even though, like, why the fuck would you want to? I feel like it doesn't really do much for the deck outside of like adding a monster and a trap negate, which is like not bad, I guess. Playing 2 Pot of Extravagance, and then we're playing 2 and 1 for the trap cards. Extra deck here. I guess it also is nice because you get to make some rank 2s for this little Sprite engine here. Are we playing any good 2s? Let's find out right now. Any good 2s? Nope. I guess we're just saying fuck that. Wow. Screw me, I guess. Jesus Christ. I guess I'm the idiot. The Astrasma here is in their side deck. Are they not playing one in their main? They're not. Wow. So this is the first one we've seen with Astrasma in the side deck. One Gravekeeper Watcher here. 3 copies of Shared Ride, so we're spending points on that. And then 3 copies of Bidos, the Eruption Dragon of Extinction. Once again, returning here for the Blitzclick matchup. Next, we have in 16th place, Austin K. Davis on Resonator RDA. This deck, of course, got repointed like crazy after its YCS win the first time around, it being in the finals as a mirror match, so it really did need some points to it. However, we are still playing these cards because they are very strong. We're even incorporating, even though they're pointed, 1 copy of Cool Tune Rico and 1 copy of Cool Tune Mix to do that little package as well, because you don't need your normal summon and then some combos. You can search for Crimson Call, grab the Rico, normal it, grab the Mix, make Remix, and then you have that for your opponent's turn to grab for a quick effect monster and trap pop, or spell trap pop, as well as the negate with RS. Non-engine is really interesting to look at for this deck, so we're playing 3 copies of Perulia in the main deck. We have room for that. We have 3 copies of Meister, because I mean this card is searchable in this deck for many different ways. We have 3 Swords of Concealing Light. We do a 3 res call, but it's not non-engine. 3 Book of Eclipse, because this card is great. This card is wonderful. I think that this card is underexplored. That's Spell Card Monster Reborn. It stops the hero turn skip. You're able to grab very important combo pieces out of your opponent's graveyard. It's kind of like a really interesting DD Crow because it doesn't banish them. It takes them for yourself. And in a deck like RDA, like Red Dragon Archfiend here, you can take them and then fusion summon with them. And they're playing 3 copies of Overtake for the Mix and the Rico. And then we're playing one trap card only, and that's King's Resonance, a crazy card. Extra deck here, the Red Nova, we have 10 points for the Crimson King. Are we spending another 10 points for the other one? We are not. Playing a Quibelt, 3 Red Rising, 2 Red Dragon Archfiend, 1 Remix, 1 RS, 1 Hypernova, 1 Supernova, 1 Hot Red. Yep, so we're still playing Hot Red. This card's nice. Stormbane, and then Scarred as well. Side deck, there's where we find the Red Zone and the Red Rain, 3 copies of Vitos, another deck playing Lancia, and then we're also playing 1 copy of Red Lotus for the Red Rain line. Alright, so we're at a top 16. So far, we have some really interesting stuff here. A lot of Blitzclick, but also we saw some really cool Invoke decks, some Fairy Tale decks, some Fairy Tale Invoke decks, and then the really cool, then the exceptional ones being the Magnet Warrior and the Chimera deck. That deck was so freaking cool. 17th place, we have Adrian Rakek on Dark Lord, a deck that got pointed a whole bunch thanks to not even Dark Lord. I know originally Ixchel was pointed for Exodia Sins, and then of course they had to also point, I believe they pointed Deshuti as well. I believe Deshuti was the one that was pointed on the points list because Dark Lord was kind of pumping up a little bit here. So this is the rank 4 version, as we can tell. We can denote by the Indulged Dark Lord. You are playing all the Heralds here. I imagine we're playing the Trap Herald in the side deck. We sure are, because the card is really good. We're playing the Power Patron Portal Terminus because we can send the Junora to the graveyard and then search for any Dark Fairy, meaning you can literally grab any Dark Lord you're looking for. 2 copies, or we're playing 3 copies of Super Duper Poly. This card's really fun. I will read it out for you now. Jesus Christ, this card follows me everywhere. Maybe one of the funniest cards ever in. Super Duper Poly. So, you pay 2k, target an effect monster, summon a monster from your extra deck with the same type and attribute, but a different level. You negate its effects, then apply 1, and then neither player can respond. You can either fusion summon the from your extra deck using the special summon monster and the targeted monster, or send the special summon monster to the graveyard. So basically it's either like a weird copy of Extra Foolish Burial, or it's a copy of Polymerization using a monster from the extra deck. So you can target one of your Dark Lords, summon the first Dark Lord or the Morning Star, and then just fuse right into Morning Star. Yeah. I think we're summoning first Dark Lord and then just making Evening Star out of that. And 1 copy of Saint Azamina too, because we are, I guess, playing that. We're playing 1 Droplet and 1 Crown. This is important. This is 10 points. This is, of course, searchable off the Robert Google here. Playing 2 Dance, 3 Banishment, and 1 Contact. And then for trap cards, we're playing 1 Dark Rebellion and 1 Sanctified. We're not playing the Fallen Angel, unfortunately. And then for our rank 4s, we're playing the Minerva because this card is really strong. Are we playing the Fairy Cheer Girl? We are not playing the Fairy Cheer Girl. So we're just going ahead and we're just eschewing that and we're just milling 4, which hell yeah. Next in 18th place, William Arthur Kemp III with Branded. Did not know this deck got 18th place. Can't believe this deck is still playable. Really annoying. We're playing Fallen the White Dragon, so we are playing White Boy. 3 Perulia we even have points for, because of course we fucking do. We're playing the Kakatorium to banish the copy of the Mara Courier for your combo. Playing 1 copy of Golden Sword. Are we playing the new Sword Soul Synchro monster? I don't believe we are. We are not, unfortunately. Non-engine of choice here. Are we playing? Yep, we're playing 3 copies of Fringehouse. 2 Super Duper Polymerization is here as well. Extra deck picks. We have Draco Berserker is a really, really strong rank, level 8. We're playing the Ecclesia of the Dark Dragon, because of course. And side deck. First things first. 12 card side deck. Second thing second. What format are we playing? We are not setting Raiko. Come on. I guess this is good against... Okay. I have to check. Does this stop Whisker? I don't think it does, because Whisker doesn't state... I'm about to text someone and see, like, hey, does Starlight Road stop Whisker? I gotta figure this out now. Stupid as hell. Fuck this deck, and let's move on. 19th place, we have Exo Sister Alexandre Bujold. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. On the deck that I played almost half a year ago. No, yeah, it was half a year ago, back in February in Richmond. I thought this deck was dead. I mean, come on, it is. But, like, we are playing Exo Sister, so we're the 3 Ichiki Samurai Hime. We're playing 2 copies of Betrayal, 3 packs, 3 Darkhold, 3 Offering. Ugh. Okay, that's why this deck is bad. You have to play Offerings to the Doomed. Ugh, bad card. Playing 1 Returning and 1 Vadis. And then extra deck playing 2 Caramel, 1 Sophiel, 1 Excitonite, 1 Light Dragon, 1 Castel, 2 Redoer, 2 Caspi, 2 Gabrine, or 1 Gabrine, 2 Magnificent, and 2 Michaelis. Side deck here, we have Massacre Strike, the other Breakable Diseases, 2 Blizzard, 3 Tears of the Overroot. That's funny as hell, I guess. So this is really cool because you're allowed to basically exchange the targets for the Blitzclick monsters, so they target a card in the field. You can't target that. I'm gonna send this to the graveyard. I'll give you something that's like kind of useless. Very, very interesting. And then 3 MST once again, back again. Oh yeah, we're serving 2 Meister in the main and 1 on the side for more for those graveyard reliant matchups. 20th, Isaac Daniel crits on Mimighoul, a deck that I played once and will never play again. It's fine. It's like a fine deck. We're playing 3 Dungeon because that got pointed recently. Embodiment of Punishment. We're playing that and the Ripple Bird. We're playing 1 Fucho. Yeah, this is pretty standard. 1 Dampier is actually, I guess, makes sense because we're playing 3 Bot Herder. So we get their monsters and then we can just make Dampier if they're like kind of weenies. Okay, yep. Side deck has Godos and Summoning Curse because it's Mimighoul. Next, 21st place, Andrew Joseph Lepresti on another Draco Tail Brew. This time playing a Lunalite Black Sheep and 3 copies of Lava Golem in the main deck. We're playing 1 Rahu, 2 Fusion Deployment, 1 Ketsu. We're playing 2 Sting. Freaking crazy, and then 1 Flame and Horn. I think that Sting is actually like not a terrible like generic card. Like I know people are playing Flame at the beginning of the format of of Genesis because it was like kind of Solemn Judgment. I could see people trying to do that with this stupid card. Extra deck has a Tamias in it. This card's really strong. We have an Invoke Sorath as well because we are playing the copy of Crowley, which counts as Alistair the Invoker. That's why we also have the Macabre here. Side deck includes My Body as Your Shield, Raw Sphere Mode, Cosmic, Lord of the Heavenly Prison. That's really funny. And then 3 copies of Vidos and 1 MST. So another Tricotail list. Still creeping around for some stupid reason. This time just a little more pure than the other one. Next, 22nd place, Kyle Bastion Waterman with Hecka Hands. And oh yeah, hold on, back up. Just a tad here. We thought the other deck was good. We thought it was fun. The fuck you mean, Melfi Rabbies? The fuck you mean, Melfi Rabbies? Hilarious. So, I see why we're doing here. We're playing 2 Caddy, 3 Rabbies, 1 Hoppier. The reason why we are playing this engine, all of the Hecka Hands monsters will just summon to our field for free. And then after that, we can use them as material. Very stupid. Very dumb. Kyle, you are a madman. And you are a beast. And you're amazing. And wow, this is really freaking cool. I want to play this version. Wow. So we are still playing the Scholar's Train of Chaos with the DMOC Black Chaos thing going on here. 1 Lane Darkest Ritual, 2 Chimera Fusion, 2 The Hidden Hecka Hands, and 3 Nightmare Hands. So this card is now played in the TCG thanks to literally this freaking motherfucker right here, this stupid little piece of crap, doing exactly what I said before. But here's the Hecka Hands Genesis version playing it. It is its intended archetype. If I can speak, I can say that. Sending cards like Yadal and Ibtel for recycling purposes. Side deck has a Crocodragon, a Fabled Levismule, another Dampier, Dragostapelia. Wow. Wait, hold on. What the fuck is this card? Melfi's Joyful Surprise? That is not a card. That is not a card that exists. Oh, it's the fusion monster. I did not know that's what it was called. I'll be honest, I had no idea that's what it was called. Okay. And then side deck has some Kaiju's, Chalice, a DD Crow, two. What is he on? Okay, let's move forward. I can't with this fucking guy. I can't. 23 is another Hekahan's Chimera Brew. This time much more pure. No roulette stuff from Alexandre Labelle. Yeah, pretty standard. 2 Fulos for Charmies. Playing 2 Snatch Steel, 3 Change Your Heart, 3 Illusion Gates in the main deck. Got pointed to 10. 2 Small World. And then a Yaddle and an Ibtel. And then extra deck, nothing crazy. Oh, there's a Jinzo layered. I think this has the Jinzo effect. Jinzo. I'm just gonna look up Jinzo. Oh, my dog's in the background. You might hear her. Shut the fuck up. It is not a Snatch Steal. It's not a Snatch Steal. Shut up. What is happening? Okay. Dumb. Funny as hell. The amount really is perfect for Hecka Hands. It's a Snatch Steal and a Trap Negate. Alright, whatever. Just whatever. Go away. And then Wang Hu in the side deck. 24th place, another Radiant Typhoon deck. We're playing 2 copies of Shinna in this one because we're playing 3 Shield Bearer total. We're playing Heritage of the Chalice. We are once again not playing Heritage of the Chalice to search for the Shield Bearer. We are playing 3 copies of Eldum, spending all those points on that. For our for our spell cards here, we have 2 Manifestation, 2 Ascendants, only 1 Scare. We are playing the Ghost Trick engine. I can see here we're playing 3 evenly. What the fuck is happening? 1 Typhoon Chant, no Vision. 2 Freezing Curses. Sure. Why not? You know what? Fuck you. I'm not talking about this deck anymore. Ghost Trick. Next, 25th place, Austin Troy, Joseph Etz. God, there's so many of these fucking lists. I'm just gonna go through all of them, I guess. Unchained. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool deck alert. Unchained. Shout out to the Happy Amumu. Unchained. Black Chaos is back once again, for some Latent Darkness Ritual shenanigans. We are not link summoning. We're just using them as like fusion bodies to make all these Xyz monsters. Very different game plan to a bunch of to the advanced Unchained deck. Very cool stuff. Side deck includes three Torrential Tribute. Is kind of what to note for this deck because they do like to be destroyed. 26th place, we have a deck with a card that got reduced pointed. That is Snake Eye Fire King. Because yesterday's cards or something like that. I don't know. So, 2 Poplar and then 3 Ash. It's basically 1 Ash gets the Poplar. Poplar gets the Sinful Spoil, Snake Eye, and you just do what you did in advance format last year. Like, fucking Christ. Like, what? Or not last year, 2 years ago. Like, ugh. I want to say more. I do. Believe me. But it's not really interesting. I'm going to crack another one. Hold on, wait. Here we go. Extra deck, nothing crazy. I guess X-Blower is funny. We are playing the Drac cards in here, too. Duh. I have a high feeling these cards are going to be pointed the fuck out of them soon. Next, 27th place, Marcus Anthony Ho on another Necroz Fairy Tale list with 2 copies of Summoner Monk in the main deck here, being able to summon any level 4 monster by discarding a spell card. We are playing a copy of Metamorphosis to make a Weaver. Very, very fun. Very, very cool. Little thing there. Extract's pretty standard at this point. 2 Teller. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Side deck, we're playing 2 Hatronades. In 1 Forbidden Graveyard. They once again called it the wrong card. Thanks, Konami. Jane Neeson, 28th place on Madolche, a deck that I know was doing like numbers at this event. People were like legitimately like, yeah, I got played against Madolche and I lost. A deck out of 2014. Here it is. We are playing 1 copy of Tachyon. We're playing all those Vernaselves. Oh, I guess not all. I guess a couple Vernaselves, and then a Mudora to get that shuffler effect. Playing through Purge, because this, of course, there's a Purge deck. I can see why this deck did well. I mean, it's a Purge deck. We're playing a Archfiend Seraph for the Sorcerer Lancia, and some Kaijus in the side deck. 29th place, Alexandre April Paquettes on Doom Z, a deck that people are just so convinced is the best deck, but still is yet to convert. It's fine. I mean, we're playing the Shark package, which is not long for this world. We're playing 3 copies of Chalice. Imagine we're playing... We are not playing Tachyon, even though we are playing the Shark stuff. We are playing a copy of Medius to send off of the Elements Hero Prisma. We are playing 3 A Hero Lives. So we're basically doing what that really weird Gate Guardian deck was doing like a couple years ago. We're summoning Prisma, sending Medius, and then Medius summon back. It's funny. Nothing really crazy to come out of this one. The side deck is pretty similar with a lot of these decks. It's like Kaijus, Spell Trap Removal, Eye of Truth, Unbreakable Xyz Barrier, and then other cards that either reveal or negate. They're pretty samey. 30th place is when we get our first copy of Sacred Beasts, a deck that really fell off. I guess pointing the cards higher as they did worked, question mark? We are playing a copy of a new card here, Yomunga the Fire Phantom. I believe is this card out of Blazing Dominion? Nope, it's Chaos Origins. Let's see here. So, cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon from your hand by shuffling 3 cards of the same type. That's monster spell trap from graveyard into deck and extra deck. If it's special summoned, declare 1 monster type. It becomes that type, and then you can fusion summon using either field. Okay, so it's just super poly. That makes sense. To be good. Alright, that's fine. We're playing an Angelecki package. I see here. So, Angelecki Problem. We're not playing there's the 3 Disturbance as well. And then there's all the Angelecki cards in the side deck here to limit those monster effects. Yeah, it's like fine. I like the Dark World variant better. I think that variant's just like a lot more explosive. But I mean, I could see why this deck is good. As you can see, we're getting close to we're getting to the close. I'm running out of steam here. This is getting really hard to keep up here. Oh, Lancia once again, and 3 Xyz Encore, a new set deck card. 31st place, Matthew Bustamante on another Alistair Brew. This time playing the Kaijus in the main deck, and then playing 3 Super Poly because of the Alistair being good like that. Another deck playing Mystical Space Typhoon in the main deck, and the Gamma Summon. We have room for 2 Aeon because this one's a fucking freak here. And then the side deck includes Waking the Dragon, hilarious, and then Chaos Hunter because we don't want to spend points on Lancia, and yet we still don't want them summoning or banishing cards. Alright, not bad. This is funny though. This is funny. I'm guessing this summons, of course, the Rising Rebellion because why not? Very, very funny. Very, very funny. Congrats to him. And then last deck of the day, thank God, Brian Asanoff on another White Forest build, this time Sans Toy. Playing Book of Eclipse, main deck Dark Ruler, 2 Cosmic Cyclone. We're playing 3 Angelecki. Oh, so this is Angelecki Brew. 3 Disturbance, and then we have all the 2 Bastion, 2 Shatranga, and I guess that's it. Oh, and 2 Enlisted as well, because you have to play Enlisted for that little engine. Yeah, not too bad of a deck, it looks like. We're playing a main deck copy of Subversion to search off of cards. That's very funny. And of course, are we playing an Azamina card? We're playing the Azamina Fusion. We are not playing an Azamina Fusion. Missed opportunity there. And then side deck is cool. Non-fusion area. And the Mischief of the Gnomes, that level manipulation effect. Being good against some decks. So, whew, wow, how long have I been recording for? 50 fucking minutes? Jesus Christ, oh my god. Well, that was a yapping video if I've ever done one. That's the top 32 from YCS Montreal's Genesys format. Congratulations to all 32 duelists. And a bigger congratulations to Anil here on his win with the Blitzclick strategy. And I mean, just the greatest congratulations to, I'm going to find the name because I got to fucking shout him out one more time here because just has the greatest deck building I've ever seen in my life. Did I pass by? I don't think I did. I'm gonna find it. And another huge shout out to Ramkbal. Again, if I said your name wrong, I'm so sorry. You're amazing, and I hope the best and the brightest Yu-Gi-Oh future for you. I am excited to see what this deck can do. But yeah, that's it. I finally have a video uploaded. I'm gonna upload. That's gonna be nice. All right, I guess that's everything. Comment, subscribe. Bye.